And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the ground, it's Eckler, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the Chargers 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
39-yard line.
On the counter, here's Kamara, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
3 yards.
Winston to throw for it on 4. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
28. Chargers, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Herbert. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground and run that clock. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running with Kamara. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
A gain of 4.
As they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
2-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On play action, Winston sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara as time expires in the first half. And this offense continues to pour it on. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On first down, it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 6 there on first. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. Now it's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Eckler.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert, escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Herbert has it knocked free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the ball.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Off the play fake, Winston. Rolling to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Saints. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Saints 42. Chargers nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. Flush to his right. He's airing it out for Williams. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And now look at this. Big game. And this one's going to get out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Following the interception, Winston throwing the outlet incomplete. It's Harris, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Here's Winston.
Job defensively, getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes, and when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little down on him. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
At the 24-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Winston now. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective. Able to stop him before we get a good head of steam going.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, here's Camaro. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that you just want to focus on the good stuff.
And the Saints are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Winston. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 3 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he finds Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. The 20. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Eluding the pressure right. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that's a payoff for them.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Play action now, Winston. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the...
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Winston. Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone,
intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. As a bad play on one hand, a good...
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
But there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert on the move to his left. Herbert has it knocked free, and this is picked up by the Saints. It's accelerating, and off he goes. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Herbert on first down now. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
To throw again. Herbert now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Gonna throw on third down with Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The target that time, Michael Thomas, and that'll bring up second down. They go play action. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked up by Michael Davis. And a loose tackle. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're looking to throw this. Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. downs. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, offer a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Saints, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.